Hi, so I have to talk about women's rights, and this video will contain facts about history of women's fight for equal rights, as well as suffragettes' fight during time. But back in the days, women basically was not in position to receive child custody. They were not allowed to vote. Uh, but in order to tell you more about this and the fight and everything, I want to explain to you what a suffragette is. So, a suffragette is basically a woman fighting for equal rights. This woman is a part of kind of a movement, or not kind of, but yeah, a movement that is held by women, and these women does everything they possibly can in order to achieve their goals. Their goals, equal rights. So, like, these women does big demonstrations. They burn down houses. They held like big events where they published thoughts about their thoughts about equality and how to achieve their goals. So even though like these women joined the movement, even though they possibly got beaten by policemen or even by their husbands. And yeah, back then women didn't really have that much to say. They were considered the lowest in society, and like a lot like lower than all male characters. Like women couldn't be in big positions like in the industries, like work industries, business and stuff. Like it was always controlled by men. And as an example, from the movie that we saw, Suffragette was the name of it. One of the youngest laundries in this factory, I guess. I don't know what it was actually. But this young girl, she gets abused by the employer at the factory, which is really horrible. But it seemed like that was just normal because they couldn't really do anything about it. So I don't know. It's just my thoughts. But yeah, after several years of trying to accomplish all their goals, they decided to go to this English derby in like England, and that was like held by the king. I guess that was George the 5th. Yeah, and that was because all of the other stuff that they did didn't really come to a conclusion that they received what they wanted to receive. So like they got sent to jail and everything. But yeah, back to what I was talking about. So like they went to this derby and they did this storm out. And at this storm out, they meant to, as soon as like the derby started, they ran out in the middle of the field in front of the horses and pulled out their banners from their jackets. And yeah, unfortunately, one of these women, she ran directly in front of King George the 5th's horse, and that came to a conclusion that both of them died at this derby, which is kind of sad, but I guess women got a lot of attention afterwards, or I know for a fact that this gave the suffragettes a lot of attention, and not long time after, like a short amount of time after this event, women actually achieved the ability to vote. for the first time, and that was in 1928, I guess. Thank you for your attention.